All right, what is going on today, guys? And today I have a very, very special guest, one of my personal clients who got insanely shredded. He's getting on our channel to kind of see his journey. We're going to talk about his journey. So I'm going to give it up to my man Jacob over here. So Jacob, kind of tell me a little about yourself, where you're from, and kind of give us the rundown.
Morning. My name is Jacob. So I've grown up both in Japan and the United States, and I've been lifting for like the past 4 years. 3 years have been like super consistent, but as far as lifting wise, the nutrition I've just been off, and I've always like known I need to get protein in, but I didn't know how much like calories, or I didn't have any structure, so I would like basically starve myself and or I would just go on a big binging thing where I would overeat and then I'd get overweight. So I was like, I need to find a sustainable, structured way to basically lose weight, get my shit right, you know? And that's why I came to Adam.
Yeah, so it's kind of a full circle because the guys watching this right now, at one point you were right in, their shoes, like because you're one of our clients from YouTube, so it's kind of cool to see it come full circle. And I don't know, guys, if you heard it right there, but he said it's morning because he is in Japan, and so for him it's morning right now. For me, it's afternoon, but a lot of our clients are like that across the country. But going back to what you said, man, it's like how long were you kind of going through this like cycle of kind of dropping weight, gaining it back over and over?
So it was probably around 22, 23 whenever I started like really trying to get my fitness in check. I've always been into lifting since high school, but like I never been consistent, like maybe 3 months, 4 months there consistent, take a break because it's like, I want to live life. But 23, I was like, let me get my fitness and check my physique right. I want really want to like anchor down, get this solved so I can move on to other things in life. Yeah. So and then from I think around 2025 or 26, I'm 27 right now. Yeah, I was like, I'm done trying to figure this shit by myself. Yeah, so I was like, let me find somebody else
Hmm.
that knows more than me, and that comes from a similar background, right? Like former chubby kid. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you've been kind of going through that like spiral because I went through it too, and a lot of guys who come to us have went through it as well. So like you take it really seriously, you try really hard, you kind of fail, and then like you're frustrated and kind of that never-ending cycle. So I guess what was like the big unlocking factor for you, like in terms of how to get to where you got? Because you got insanely insanely lean in
Mhm.
the program. So I guess what was that big factor that was kind of holding you back?
Um, I'd say it's probably the nutrition point. Like the gym point, I was being consistent probably 3, 4 years straight. Like I would never miss a workout besides like an injury, like a big injury or a sickness. The nutrition part is I knew 100% my like my sticking point. Like I don't know how to do this properly. I don't know how to structure it. Or I'll hear people like they're eating 2,000 to 4,000 calories and they're cutting down or like they're bulking up is like I'm stuck here eating 1,700 calories. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I shouldn't be fatigued and just distraught all the time, you know?
Hmm. So, what do you think, like, with the nutrition was like a huge educational point that you learned in our program?
For me, it was more like the sustainability factor of just honestly structure. To make it simple, you just have a protein source, carb source, fat source. Not everything is like a bad or good kind of food,
Mm-hmm.
but more so like you just have to plan around how much you have. And of course, you have more freedom to choose that are more indulgent wise whenever you're higher up in calories bulking, but you do have to anchor down and tighten down on like cleaner foods whenever you are like coming down in calories. One thing that really opened up my eyes, but then not like increasing the calories so high or just
So, I guess, like, what was your first thought when I was like, "Hey, Jacob, like, we're gonna raise food"?
I didn't like it. I was a little scared because I'm always used to like under 2,000 calories. I need to lose weight, but then I think after like the first month or two, I was all about raising calories
Mm-hmm.
because I mean I was like sustaining or even slightly losing weight, but I was able to like eat more calories. I mean, it was getting to, I think I got to like 3,400 and it was getting to the point where it was like burning a hole in my pocket and like I was struggling to make all the food. Like I had no problem eating it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I was definitely struggling to make all the rice that I needed because I think I was going through like a pot a day.
Yeah, I mean, at one point you were like up 1,700 calories and like you were like still getting leaner as we were going.
Yeah,
So I guess like within like my old program, obviously we like talk a lot about metabolic priming, like education around it as well. So like, do you feel like the program in general gave you the structure to help you be successful?
yeah. I definitely think it does. Kind of give me a big picture on how the metabolic priming basically yeah primes you for the cutting phase, but the cutting phase also primes you again for the bulking phase, right? And you're as long as you like stay consistent with the process, you're only going to get better like each cycle that you go around, right?
Course, man. And like
Yeah.
I guess like you said, as opposed to like the actual education behind the program, do you feel like that it gave you the education to be sustainable and to even make progress in the future without me?
Yeah, for sure, man. That's what I mainly came here for. Not only like my own progress, but I wanted to like know for like future use because I don't want to like
Mm,
stay reliant on you. I'm pretty sure you don't want everybody to stay reliant on you. You want them to come to you, make progress, and then move on to the next part of their life.
mm,
Yeah, I'd say this is probably a skill that I learned from you, and I'm just going to use it
mm,
as I go along in my own life.
mm. Yeah, of course. And I think that a lot of people too think that with fitness and health and nutrition in general, that like you have to follow one specific plan, like chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice. But kind of explain how the way we've taught you to do stuff.
Basically, he gives you a calorie bank, and then he splits your macros up. And then within those macros, as long as you can fit them with any kind of food group. So I'm more of a chicken and rice guy. And then if there's anything that needs to be filled in as far as fats, I'll just put oil on my rice.
Mm,
But let's say someone else is like more steak and eggs, and then with potatoes or a lot of veggies,
mm,
fruits, and then canned tuna. Like you can mix and match anything as long as it fits your protein, carbs, and fat sources. There's not really limited to a certain type of food. And of course, once you're like up in higher amount of calories and you can afford to use those calories,
mm,
maybe you could have like an ice cream at night or some popcorn at the movies
mm,
or have a dinner out like once a week. And
mm.
then there's also strategies going on to like those nights outs or yeah, social occasions basically.
So I guess like how how's your mindset and kind of just personal life changed since you went from, being 27 and just kind of spinning your wheels for a while with the nutrition, but now going through the entire program and seeing things from a higher level view, like how has it kind of affected you personally?
It's a less stressful thing.
Mm,
I think just general maintenance or even bulking is probably going to be less stressful. And okay, I know this process is going to work. Whereas before, I was thinking, is this going to work? And I was stressing more about the process than
mm,
just getting through the process.
mm,
Yeah, I think that's a big weight lifted off the shoulders. Also seeing how I guess my attitude towards people. I used to be like super irritable, just always being like distraught and on super low calories. But now it's to the point where I'm always like constantly wanting to help people out or more in a lifted mood, just a more high performer even in the workplace.
mm. Yeah, it's amazing, man. And you've been a like amazing part of the community. You've been on our group calls we've all done. How's your experience been with like the overall community we run?
Yeah, I'm honestly like I think I'm not really a community person, even though whenever I like do join groups, but this one like everyone's like really welcoming and sharing their experiences. Even myself, like I would sometimes chime in or like give my insights, especially to the newer guys, because it's just like lifting. As an experienced person, you always want to pass on knowledge to the young person or like the new incoming person that's a little uncertain or maybe worried. And I think since I was like maybe in the latter end of my journey, it's like, yeah, don't worry, guys, it's gonna work out. He's
Mhm.
got a process set in place. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, like you being in the community and just being a big part of it, you can see like even a lot of guys will say like name you or somebody else who's like in very good shape, and they're like, I want to be like him, I want to be like him, and you're in there like helping them,
Yeah.
and it's really cool because like as opposed to like me, obviously I coach you one-on-one, but you also get the support of almost 120 guys who, it's funny because people will text me, it's like, hey, what is your opinion on this? And I'll be like, I don't know, let's just ask the community, like, and I'll throw it in there and then you'll get like 15 opinions within the first couple minutes. And so that's really important too. And I overall just really appreciate you being such a big part in the community as well, because a lot of people do look up to you, and a lot of other people as well. So anyways,
Yeah,
thank you for
I had
that.
no idea, but I'm glad that I could be a positive impact on others.
I mean, dude, you got pretty damn lean. So like, everybody there is like looking to be like you. And we know even the guys who are really lean, because we have a lot of guys right now who are like really good shape right now.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you being such a big part of the community, man. It's helpful for me. It's helpful for other guys. Creates more value for the program, and it also just helps everybody in there too. So, anyways, I guess if there was something you would tell somebody who was sitting in your shoes 6 months ago, what would it be?
if you're thinking, man, I don't want to go through this shit again by yourself, I just invested Adam. He basically took what took me doing by myself in 1.5 years down to 6 and 7 months. That's half the time. You're basically buying back time.
Oh yeah, that's what I love to hear, man. And like I said, I'm really proud of all the progress you've made, all the dedication that you've made into getting to this physique that you've gotten to. And it's hard. It is hard. But once you go through it, not only do you become a better person, you become a bigger person capable of dealing with bigger things, and you
Mm,
also get to see what you are actually capable of, right? And the fact that I got to watch you slowly going from somebody who was like, kind of not really bought in to the process into like halfway through, you just go all in and then you just get super lean. And it's really cool to watch you grow through this program, because that's what it's designed to do, is to help you grow and to help you learn and to help you build discipline and all the education in the world to get you to where you want to be able to teach other people long term. And that's what's most exciting for me, is to watch the journey from like a higher level view and be able to help you and watch you actually grow and your mindset kind of change over time. So like I said, it's amazing too, to see how far you've came. And yeah, like I said, it all started, on the other end of this video, like somebody else who's watching right now. And so, I appreciate you for taking the jump and being a big part of the program.
yeah, for sure, man. And everyone's journey is gonna be different. Like I had a lot of like the training and then macro tracking down. Like for those skills, it just needed to be dialed in, whereas someone might be starting from like a fresh start. So just trust the process and then try to go through the modules. Like you need to you need to watch and read everything. Like if you really want to get fast progress and you're really starting from zero, like watch the modules, go into every single group call that you can, because you will learn something that you didn't really think about, like that you needed to learn, or you'll hear something that'll trigger something in your head, like, oh, okay, like
Mm.
maybe in the modules you'll hear something from Adam that doesn't really click with you, but you'll hear from somebody that has a little bit more experience, say in a different way. It might resonate with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's amazing. But like I said, I appreciate for being a big part of this and big part of what I do here. And I do hope that like this moment in time for your life is something that kind of trajects you into a different direction. Because life's all about like certain people that you meet and certain people that you put yourself around that sends you into an entire different direction to, see the success that you're going to see in the future. And I have no doubt that you're going to be very successful whenever you do, because the fact when you go through my program and you're able to make the much amount of progress as you have, then you've learned the traits of discipline and all the actual qualities it takes to be very successful in life outside of fitness and health.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I honestly couldn't have done it without you. Like I might have had a potential, but you brought it out of me, and I appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course. Well, we got the group call in about what? Yeah, 2 hours. So
Yeah,
I'll see you there. We're not done yet, and we got a couple
yeah,
more days.
I'll
So,
be in there.
all right. Well, I appreciate you once again for stopping by today and being on camera and kind of telling your story. It really means a lot to me. All right.
Yeah, for sure, man. Anything that I can do to help you, dude. Like you helped my life, you helped my life, so it's like I got to give back to the sensei.
I love it, man. Well, thank you once again. Okay.